Teams that win baseball championships, I believe, have to have a core of a half a dozen really outstanding players. And one of those outstanding players just needs to be your shortstop. I don't think you can win championships without a well above average shortstop. Larry Ball was one of the best shortstops of all time. An All-Star, Gold Glove winner, World Series champion. He was not Mr. Congeniality, that's for sure, but he was a great shortstop. He won 6 National League fielding titles, which was a league record until Ozzie Smith came along. He set shortstop records for fielding percentage, 991 in 1979. It's been broken since then. For fewest errors with 9 in 1972. It's been broken since then. He retired with a career fielding average of 980, which when he retired was the best in Major League history. Would you believe this man was cut from his high school baseball team 2 or 3 times because the coach thought it wasn't big enough?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 25 of the 1970s tournaments. We're at the semifinals, and this is the first game of a new series between the 1975 Cincinnati Reds and the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. It'll be Steve Carlton, grade A pitcher X modifier, against Gary Nolan, a grade B pitcher Z modifier for control. We've had the introductions. Let's play ball. Pete Rose steps into the box for Cincinnati. 6-6 roll for Rose, and this could be one driven to the gap. Let's see, 55. It's driven to the gap, and it's going to be a leadoff triple for Pete Rose. One Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer, letting him know that he's in a ball game today. We have Joe Morgan coming to bat, 327 hitter in 1975. Rose is at third. Infield is going to play back. Here's the pitch to Joe Morgan, 2-2 roll. That's an 8 against an A. And that is going to be a single over the head of the second baseman, Ted Sizemore, scoring Rose. Morgan gets an RBI, and the Reds are on the board 1-0. And these two Rose and Morgan have, throughout the tournament, have been setting the table for the big sluggers. Combined, their average for the tournament is 425. Here is Ken Griffey. I just dropped the dice on the floor. And fortunately, I have another one. So here we go. Pitch to Griffey. 3-3 roll. That's a 7. Base hit for Griffey. And the first 3 Reds have hit safely against the lefty, Steve Carlton. That was a single to right field and sent the runner to third. So you got Griffey on first, fast. Morgan on third. Here is Johnny Bench. Infield is playing back for a potential double play. Five-six is a 34. Fly out to left field or Y. It doesn't have the Y strikeout. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly to the left fielder, Greg Luzinski, scoring Morgan, and now the Reds lead 2-0. There's 1 out. Griffey is still at first. Tony Perez. 5-2 is a 27. Philadelphia is fielding column 1. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play or X. Carlton has the X strikeout rating, so it's a strikeout. 2 outs. George Foster. 6-3 will be a fly ball to left field. Luzinski is under it and makes the catch. So Cincinnati breaks out on top first. They score 2 in the first. Cincinnati 2, Phillies coming to bat. Larry Bowa will lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. He is a switch hitter, and learning to switch hit, it kind of extended his minor league career. The Phillies were ready to bring him, but Bowa let them know that he needed more time to work on his switch hitting, and it was believed that he needed to be a switch hitter to do enough offensively to stay in the major leagues. But he eventually became a pretty good major league hitter. Here's the pitch. He actually hit 280 in 77. 6-6 roll for Bowa. Oh, that's going to be a second column roll. And 31 is a double for Larry Bowa, nearly matching what Pete Rose did for the Reds. He is in scoring position with no outs. Here is Bake McBride coming to the plate. McBride is 6 for 23 in the tournament with a triple-double and 2 RBIs. Here's the stretch and the pitch from Gary Nolan. 35 is a 9. That's going to be a base hit over Joe Morgan at second. Bowa scores, and the Phillies have one of those runners back. McBride at first, a fast runner, scores 2-1. Mike Schmidt. Schmidt has been pretty quiet in the tournament. It's 2 for 22, a steal and an RBI. 4-5 is a 2 balls and no strikes. If the dice jumps my tray, I still count it. Reroll only if one falls off the table. Here's the pitch to Morgan. 34 is a fly ball to center field. George Foster is in center field today. He makes the catch. 1 down. Greg Luzinski. (5-2) is a 2-7. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, Concepcion. The throw to first. Luzinski is retired. 6-3 is 2 outs. Cincinnati is feeling column 2 today. If there were one, that would have been a double play. But they're feeling column 2. 2 down. Batter is Gary Maddox, the Secretary of Defense, having a good tournament. Maddox is 9 for 24, a homer and 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. 1-3 is a 22. Runner steals third. I ignore that result because we're playing basic Apba, and I don't use the basic Apba steal rules when I have the master rules on the cards, and I would not be stealing third with 2 outs. So we'll ignore that result. Here's the pitch to Maddox. 2-2 roll. That's going to be a single to right field, and that's going to score the tying run. McBride scores. Maddox with the RBI signal scores 2-2. Richie Hebner, the Gravedigger. 21 is a fly ball to right field. Ken Griffey is under it and makes the catch. 3 outs, but the Phillies match the Reds. They score twice. It's 2-2 as we go to the second. For the second inning, we're at the bottom of the Reds order. Dan Dreesen, Davey Concepcion, and the pitcher, Gary Nolan. There's the windup and the pitch from lefty Steve Carlton. 1-6 is a 28. That's a high chopper to shortstop, fielded by Bowa, and the throw to first one down. Davy Concepcion comes to bat. He's probably the only red that struggled offensively in the tournament. Concepcion is hitting 4 for 17 with 3 RBIs. 21 is a fly ball to left field. Greg Luzinski is under it, makes the catch. Here's Gary Nolan. And 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, first strikeout for lefty Steve Carlton. Reds are retired 1-2-3 in the second. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-2 tie. Catcher Bob Boone leads off for the Philadelphia Phillies. 23 is a ground ball to third base. Pete Rose, playing third today, throws the ball across the diamond to Tony Perez. 1 out. Here's Ted Sizemore. 2-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Davy Concepcion. Not the strongest arm in the world, but he does have a quick release. 2 outs. And now lefty Steve Carlton comes to bat. 4-6 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Phillies go in order in the second. We go to the top of the third. Reds 2 and the Phillies 2. All right, Pete Rose will lead off the top of the third inning. He started this game with a shot, which turned into a triple. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. 4-4 roll is a base hit for Pete Rose, a single to right field. And Pete Rose is 2 for 2, and he is, for the tournament, 12 for 22, hitting over 500. Joe Morgan. Still think Pete Rose should by now be let into the Hall of Fame. I think he was famous. Here's a pitch to Joe Morgan. 3-6 is a pop-up to third base. Caught by Mike Schmidt, 1 down. Rose at first. He didn't steal many bases. Here's a pitch to Ken Griffey. 52 is a 27. And that is going to be an X. Griffey is caught looking. Strikeout victim. Johnny Bench. 6-4 is a swing and a miss by Bench. Strike 3, that's a 4 strikeout by lefty Steve Carlton. Rose is stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-2 tie. All right, California native Gary Nolan completes his warm-up tosses. He's got top of the Phillies order. Larry Boa, who started his Phillies offense off in the first with a double and scored. 1-5 is a 11. That's a single to left. And Boa is 2 for 2. Let's take a look at his steal rating. E35, that means he can't go until there's 2 outs in the inning. After the 6th inning, he can steal any time. And 35 is very strong. Gary Nolan is a +2 move to first. And Bench, his throw number is not there, but he is, I think, being a 9, I make him a +6 to his favor, so it'd be 8 off the steal rating. I think the 9s I give when the throw rating's not there, I give 9s +6 and 8s +3, 7's 0, and 6 would be -3. I think that's how I do that. All right, Boa's at first, fast. Bake McBride. Good hit and run here. Against the B pitcher, a couple of those hit results are taken away, though. And he didn't have the extra 31. So we'll just play it straight up. Here's the pitch to McBride, 24. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. McBride goes back to the bench. He's 1 for 2. Mike Schmidt, flied out the center, his first time up. 54 is a fly ball to right field. The right fielder, Ken Griffey, picks it out of the sky, 2 outs. And with 2 outs, Boa is going to try to steal second. So we said -8 is a modification from 35. 27, 11 through 53. 11 through 53, he'll be safe. Here's the throw, 53. He is just under the tag, and Joe Morgan is pretty hot about it. He is arguing the call. Stolen base for Larry Boa. Next pitch to Lazinski is a 5-2. It's a ball hit on the ground to third base. Pete Rose scoops it and throws to first. Lazinski is retired. We go to the top of the 4th, Cincinnati 2 and Philadelphia 2. All right, Tony Perez steps in to hit the top of the 4th for Cincinnati. You might take note of the fact that Tony Perez played on the 75 Reds, but he also played on the 79 Montreal Expos. So if those two teams play in the finals, my home rules are Tony Perez can't play against Tony Perez. So we'll have to flip a coin to see who plays in the first game, and then whoever doesn't play in the first game will play in the second game. All right, here's the pitch to Perez. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base, or an X. Carlton has an X, and he has marked up his 3rd straight strikeout. And 5 on the day. 1 out. George Foster. 51 is an 8 against an A. That's going to be a pop out to the third baseman, Mike Schmidt. 2 outs. Dan Dreesen. 281 hitter in 1975. 42 is a base on balls. Dreesen tosses away the bat, trots to first. He's on with 2 outs. F8, let's see, E30 stealing. That's a high safe possibility. Carlton is +3 to move to first. And Boone throwing is not listed. He's an 8, so make him -3. So take 6 off the 32, be 26. 11 through 52, Dreesen will be safe. If he's in scoring position, they'd probably walk Concepcion to pitch to Gary Nolan. So he's going to hold. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. 1-2 is the roll. And that's a X result, a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 4th, Reds 2 and the Phillies 2. Gary Maddox, 1 for 1 with an RBI, leads off the last of the 4th for the Phillies. 4-1 is a ground out to the shortstop, Davey Concepcion. 1 down. Richie Hebner, former Pittsburgh Pirate. 21 is a fly ball to Ken Griffey in right field. 2 outs. And Bob Boone's turn to bat. Here's the 2-out pitch to Boone. 34 is a fly ball to center field. George Foster is under it, makes the catch. 3 outs for the Phillies. We go to the top of the 5th. Reds 2 and the Phillies 2. Gary Nolan leads off the top of the 5th for Cincinnati. Hit 176 as a pitcher in 75. 5-2 is a X result, and that's another Steve Carlton strikeout. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts for Steve Carlton. Here is Pete Rose. 6-4 is a 39. Strike 1. Rose is 2 for 2, tripled and singled. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Gary Maddox, the Secretary of Defense, is under it, makes the catch. 2 outs. Joe Morgan. And that one went off the table, so we'll re-roll. 3-3 roll for Morgan. Hit column. And 24 is a 2-out double for Joe Morgan. First threat mounted by the Reds since the first inning, when the first 3 batters hit safely. Here's Ken Griffey. 3-2. 26 is a ground ball to second base. Ted Sizemore has it and throws to first. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 tie. Let's see, Sizemore, Carlton, and Boa do hit in the last of the 5th inning. Here's a pitch from Gary Nolan to Ted Sizemore. 32 is the roll. That's a 26. Ground ball to Joe Morgan at second base. He fires the first, and Sizemore is the first out. Steve Carlton, who struck out his first time up. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Ken Griffey measures it and makes the catch. That's 2 outs. Larry Boa. Gary Nolan has retired 8 Phillies in a row. 3-4 will make it 9. That's a fly ball to center field. Go to the top of the 6th. 2-2 tie. All right, the Reds have 5 hits. The Phillies have 4 hits. We're tied up here at Veterans Stadium. Johnny Bench steps in for Steve Carlton against Steve Carlton. 1-3 is a base on balls. That's the second walk allowed by Carlton. Bench is average speed at first. Here's Tony Perez. 4-2 is a walk. Carlton does not have the Z control modifiers which would have turned it into 2 balls and no strikes. This is a walk, and now George Foster steps in the box. Reds have something percolating here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a stretch and a pitch from Carlton to George Foster. 1-4. That's a fly ball to shallow left field, not very deep. Caught by Greg Luzinski. 1 away. Dan Dreesen. "21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Dreesen's the 8th Carlton strikeout. And now there's 2 outs. Davey Concepcion. Carlton is going to walk him and load the bases. And pitch to the pitcher, Gary Nolan. Here's the pitch to Nolan. 41 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia 2. All right, that turns out to be a good decision for the Phillies to walk the 8th place hitter, load the bases, the pitch to the pitcher. My decisions yesterday, most of them blew up in my face. So when something goes right, it's good. Right here is Bake McBride. 2-6 is a ground ball to third base. Pete Rose makes the play, 1 down. Mike Schmidt. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's only the 3rd strikeout for Gary Nolan, but he's pitched as effectively as Carlton has. Only allowed 4 hits, and he has not walked anybody. Here's the pitch to Luzinski. 1-1 roll is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here a home run for Greg Luzinski, and that was quite a shot. The Phillies go up 3-2. Gary Maddox. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. Ken Griffey will have this. He's got it. 3 outs, but the Phillies take the lead as we go to the top of the 7th. Phillies 3 and the Reds 2. This is the point of weakness inning for both pitchers. Carlton if three bad things happen to him, his grade will go from A to a B. Pete Rose will lead off the top of the seventh inning. He is 2 for 3. Here's the pitch to Peter Edward Rose. 46 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Carlton. Here is Joe Morgan. And they're hanging the K's over the rail in the upper deck today. Here's pitch to Joe Morgan. 1-6 is a 28. Ground ball to Larry Boa at shortstop. The throw to first. Morgan is second out. Ken Griffey. 24 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 10th for Carlton. 3 up and 3 down for the Reds in the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2 Philadelphia. This is Gary Nolan's point of weakness inning. 3 bad things happen to him. He'll go from a B to a C pitcher. Richie Hebner steps into the box for Philadelphia. 3-2 is a ground ball to second base. Joe Morgan is up with it and throws to first. 1 away. Here's Bob Boone, the catcher. Rolled out and flied out to center. 3-2 is a ground ball to second base as well. 2 outs. Ted Sizemore. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Dan Dreesen is under it, makes the catch. Phillies are retired 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 8th. Philadelphia 3 and Cincinnati 2. Johnny Bench leads the way for the Reds here in the top of the 8th. He had a sacrifice fly RBI in the first. He leads the Reds with 8 RBIs in the tournament. Here's the pitch from Steve Carlton to Johnny Bench. 36 is a base on balls. That's the one thing that's been going on with Carlton. He has walked 5 batters in the game, whereas his counterpart has not walked anybody. Bench has average speed of first. Tony Perez steps into the box. His first bad thing that happened to Carlton. He's got 2 more bad things to go on his fatigue ledger. 43 is a ground ball to the pitcher, who whirls and throws to second. And Bench is retired. 1-6 at second base. It's the fielder's choice for Perez. Slow runner at first. We'll play all the slow runners safe on the base paths, unless I say otherwise. Meaning only 1 base per hit advance. George Foster steps in the box, 300 hitter in 1975. 3-6 is a walk to Foster. Timeout. All right, the Phillies are going to make a pitching change here. Warren Brewstar comes in to pitch to Dan Dreesen. He is a grade A pitcher, Y modifier. No bump up. We don't have same sideness, and he's an A pitcher. So Dreesen will step in. 1 out. And see, Johnny Bench is at second. He is average speed. Dreesen's at first. Or Foster, rather, is at first, and Foster is fast. Dreesen's at the plate. Here's the pitch. 1-5 is an 11. That's a single to center field, and those walks are going to haunt Steve Carlton. Okay, I said that Bench was at second. That's wrong. He was out on the fielder's choice. It's Perez at second, and he's a slow runner. We're playing it safe, so the bases are loaded. And still with 2 outs to work with in this inning, this is a golden opportunity for the Reds to get back in this game or go on top. Davey Concepcion's the batter. Infield is going to play back for a potential double play. They don't want to see anything squeak through the infield. Here's a pitch to Concepcion. 3-5 is a 9 against an A. It's a fly ball to center field. And Perez will tag at third and score the tying run. Three to three with 2 outs. Reds will bring on a pinch hitter that is Cesar Geronimo. So that'll close the books on Gary Nolan. He had a fine day. Gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 strikeouts in 7 innings. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Geronimo. 52 is a 27. Ground out to, ground out to third base. And that closes the top of the 8th inning, but the Reds score, and the game is tied 3-3. Tim McCarville will grab a bat and pitch hit for the pitcher, and Clay Carroll is the new pitcher for Cincinnati. He has a grade B pitcher, a Z modifier. Brand new game here at Veterans Stadium. 25 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out to center field. 1 away. Larry Boa. Six one is a 39. Strike 1. 46 is a ground ball to Carroll. He's got it. Throws to first. 2 outs. Bake McBride. And by the way, Cincinnati's defense with that change goes back to defensive calling 2 because they got 41. They went from 41 to 40. There's the pitch to McBride. 1-2 is a 25. Ground ball to second base. Joe Morgan fields it and throws to first. 3 up and 3 down for the Phillies. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-3 tie. Top of the Reds order will be facing Tug McGraw, grade A pitcher X modifier. Pete Rose is 2 for 4, doubled and scored, stole a base as well. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Larry Boa has it, throws out Pete Rose, 1 out. Joe Morgan. 4-2 is a walk. Phillies have been patient today, or rather the Reds at the plate. Here is Kent Griffey. Morgan is a C33 stealing. Rawls move to first is 0, -3 for Boone. So pretty good chances. 30 translates to 11 through 56. There goes Morgan. Here's the throw. 45, he is safe. Stolen base for Joe Morgan. That's his 5th stolen base in the tournament, by the way. Pitch to Griffey. 6-1 is a 40. That's a fly out to right field. Play is made by Bake McBride, but being so deep, Morgan tags and goes to third. 2 outs. Johnny Bench. Bench could get his Reds on top with something here. Here's the stretch and the pitch. The infield's playing back with 2 outs. 43 is a ground ball to the pitcher, McGraw, and he's got it. Throws the first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Reds 3, Phillies 3. It's the middle of the Phillies order for the bottom of the 9th inning. Mike Schmidt, Greg Luzinski, and Gary Maddox. They'll be looking at a new Reds pitcher. That's Raleigh Eastwick, grade B pitcher X and Z modifier. 2.60 earned run average in 1975. Here's the pitch to Mike Schmidt. 3-3 roll. That's a 4. And that's going to be a double on the drive over third base. Schmidt leads off the bottom of the 9th in scoring position with a double. Greg Luzinski Wazinski, a 309 hitter in 1977. Not going to have him bunt, 39 homers. Most anybody else I'd try to bunt him to third. But we're going to give Wazinski a chance to swing the bat. Here's a pitch from Eastwick. 2-6 is the roll. Strikeout. 1 out. Here is Gary Maddox. Maddox is having a good tournament. 9 for 24, homer, 2 doubles. Coming into the game. 1 for 3 today, so he's 10 for 27. Here's a pitch to Gary Maddox. 1-6. That's a roller to shortstop. He checks the runner at second. He's going to have to hold. Schmidt will still be at second with 2 outs. Richie Hebner. 1-2 is a ground ball, or excuse me, it's a line drive to Joe Morgan at second base. 3 outs, and we're going to go to extra innings. Free baseball at Veterans Stadium. Reds 3, Phillies 3. Gene Garber comes on to pitch the 10th inning for Philadelphia. He is a grade A, X, and Z modifier. Reluctant to use my top relievers more than 1 inning in the first game of a series. You want to have them for game 2 and 3 if possible. Here's Tony Perez leading off the top of the 10th for the Reds. They got this game tied back in the 8th inning on a sacrifice fly by Concepcion. 4-2 is a base on balls to Tony Perez. That's the second time he has walked today. So for 3 otherwise. Perez is at first, a slow runner. All right, the Reds are going to send out a pitch runner for Tony Perez. Merv Rettenman, a fast runner, will run for Perez. He will stay in the game in the bottom of the 10th and play left field. That raises the defensive grade for Cincinnati by 1. And left fielder Dan Dreesen will move to first base. So in the bottom of the 10th, Cincinnati will be back to first column defense. So Rettenman's at first. George Foster is the batter. Rettenman stealing is F35, meaning he can't go until there's 2 outs in the inning. Could hit and run. That would avoid the double play. Make it harder for Foster, though, to get a hit. And actually, Foster has only 131 on his card. So we're going to play it normal. Here's the pitch to George Foster. 21 is a 30. That's a fly ball to left field. 1 out. Dan Dreesen. 5-3 to Dreesen is a 20 fielding column 2 for Philadelphia. That's a single to left field, and the runner goes to second. First and second, Reds. Both runners are fast. Davey Concepcion becomes the batter. All right, Gene Garber is a side armor, 2.35 earned run average, but he is in trouble here. Here's a pitch to Concepcion. 3-6 is a 33. Pop up, high on the infield. Larry Boa is under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Reds call upon Terry Crowley to pitch hit for the pitcher Eastwick. McEnany is warming up in the bullpen. He'll fill the bottom of the 10th inning. Crowley steps into the box from the left side. Here's a pitch from the right-hander Gene Garber with 2 outs and 2 on. 51 is a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Garber snags it and throws to first. 3 outs. All right, Bob Boone will lead off against Will McEnany, a grade A pitcher, YZ modifier. Boone is the first batter in the inning. Then we'll see a pitch hitter coming out on deck is Davey Johnson for the Phillies. He'll pinch hit for the pitcher and back to the top of the order. Pitch to Bob Boone, 6-5, is a pop-up to the catcher. Johnny Bench throws away the mask. He's under it and makes the grab. Here's Davey Johnson. 2-6 is a 41. And that is a error by the pitcher McEnany. Throwing error for McEnany, and Johnson will go to second base. And I take that back. He was batting for the second baseman, Sizemore. So Johnson is at second. There's one down. Timeout. Now pitching for Philadelphia is Tommy Hutton, 309 hitter in 77. Both these teams have deep benches, both pitching and hitting. Tommy Hutton will step into the box against Will McEnany. 2-4 is a swing and miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Big strikeout there. Top of the order, and Larry Baugh. Again, Larry Baugh walked this off. Here's the pitch. 3-1 is a 9 against an A with a runner on second base. Ground ball to shortstop. Concepcion has it and throws out Baugh. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 11th. 3-3 tie. All right, Ron Reed is on the pitch for the Philadelphia Phillies. He has a starting pitcher's grade, and he's got a relief pitcher's grade. Got to decide which one I want to use. We got Caught in the bullpen, which is a D, and Randy Lurch is in the bullpen with a C. I think he's going to use his relief rating, grade B. Pitch to Pete Rose. 6-6 rolls for Rose. He started the game with a triple and scored. 31, he's going to get a double here. Rose is on second with no outs. Joe Morgan. He's going to sacrifice. 1-2 is a 29. And that's a strikeout. Fails to get the bunt down. Ken Griffey, swing away. 3-1 is a 9 against a B. That's going to be a single over second. And that scores the runner Rose. Reds take the 4-3 lead in the top of the 11th inning. Griffey is fast at first. E27 stealing. Move to first is 0. E24 modifications. Chances to be safe will be 11 through 46, about 2/3 chance if he tries to steal. Why not? Here's a throw. He is out. 2-4, 2 outs. Base is clear. Here's the pitch to Bench. 6-4 is a strikeout, but the Reds get a run in the 11th. Cincinnati 4, Philadelphia 3. All right, new pitcher for the Reds to try to close this out is Pedro Bourbon, grade B pitcher. He was 9-5 in 1975 with a 295 earned run average. He's going to have to deal with tough part of the Phillies order: Bake McBride, Mike Schmidt, and Greg Luzinski. Here's a pitch to Bake McBride. 2-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. You'll deal carefully with Mike Schmidt. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, and Merv Rettenman is under it, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. Greg Luzinski. Last chance for the Phillies. 4-5 is a base on balls. Dealing careful with Luzinski, 39 home runs. He takes first. He's a potential tying run. Here is Gary Maddox. 1-6 is a 28. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Dave Concepcion has it. Throws the first. 3 outs. And after extra innings, the Cincinnati Reds defeat the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 1. We'll be back with a wrap-up. Tight ball game here in Philadelphia. The Cincinnati Reds come out on top. They had 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Philadelphia scored 3 runs on 6 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher was Will McEnany, and Pedro Bourbon getting the save. The losing pitcher was Ron Reed of the Phillies. Home runs today by, well, only one, by Greg Luzinski in the 6th inning. He had a solo home run in the 6th. The star of the game today is Pete Rose. Rose led off the game with a triple and scored the winning run in the 11th inning when he led that inning off with a double. Hope you enjoyed the game. I think this is going to be a great series. Thanks for watching. If you've not hit the subscribe button before, hit it. It didn't cost anything. And hit the like button if you like what you see. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.